Alright, now that I've got everything unmuted here, let's make sure I'm unmuted in OBS, and welcome to the show, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. We got a whole stack of NES consoles. One of them's already fully functioning, so we won't have much to do there. As I have found out, probably needs a good cleaning, so we might pull the lid off of it and clean it up. That is the console that I put together the other night on stream. Just kind of rapidly put it together at the end, and it worked out. So, I'll just be moving my camera up and down as this goes throughout the evening. So that's what we got for the first one. And I hooked this up just by the normal RF modulator. And overall, I can't really complain too terribly much. Sorry about the glare. But we're using Test Gun as our test mule tonight. And actually, you know what? I almost want to go get a tripod and set a camera up over. Nah. I'll just move camera back and forth, or worst case scenario, I'll turn me off for the evening. And wait a minute. Yeah, no, nah. I'm not gonna get into that right now. Not gonna do it. Thought about it. Not gonna do it. But since we've got console number 1 working right off the rip, y'all get to see my desk in all its glory and its mess. So I like it when I can get consoles to read without having to push them down, because it's easier on the pins. So, like I said, this is the console we put together on stream the other night. And I thought it was a good console. I wasn't sure, but that's nice to know that it is for sure. So now that we know that we got one that works, we're going to set it off to the side, and we're going to grab one. Well, let's be real. This thing, I bought it back in 06 or 07 off of the local swap shop TV deal. It was like a 2 for $25, sold one for $50, and put this one away. And then it's been shuffled around. I don't know how good or how bad it is. I don't expect it to function off the rip. Whatever it is, it's been dropped or something right here. Something's pushed out on it. You know what? Before we ever plug this thing in, let's go ahead and open it up. Don't even want to know if it don't work or not. We're going to open it up and find out and make sure. There we go. Makes things a little bit better. Like I said, we're not even going to... And the mat that I'm working on was like $10. Came from Hobby Lobby. Not sponsored. Paid for it with my own money. And I will say that it does quite well for what we do here on the channel. I will... Actually, you know what? I don't need the cutting mat tonight. So we'll slide it out of the way. So I keep the cutting mat there because when I work on plastic kits and whatnot, it gives everything a chance to roll back onto the table. And gives me a nice surface to use with an X-Acto knife that's not cutting up my nice fancy silicone mat. And that's a big one. So this case isn't perfect in any shape, form, or fashion. Is a candidate for modding. Like I say, is candidate for modding. Kinda can't wait, be it paint or lights. You know, I have a thing for lights and additional sound on this channel. And, you know, we could even put a Raspberry Pi in it on top of it being a normal console And nobody would ever be the wiser unless you told them, hey man, boot that Nintendo up. And then you hit the reset button and, well, filthy, absolutely filthy from sitting between the shed and whatnot for a little while. So why is that poked out so bad? Oh, I bet you somebody tried to pry their way into a case. Why didn't they just unscrew it? Future PC candidate.
Technicolor Palp has arrived with unlimited ads.
We're gonna wait for ads. Papa Bezos has brought Palp along for the unlimited ads. So, and taking a moment to update some stuff on the YouTube Shorts side of the things. If you're hanging out watching over there, I want to thank you for hanging out with us this evening as we're going through some old NES consoles. How you doing, Jackson? Appreciate you hanging out with me this evening. We are tonight. We've made tonight retro console night, and then once we get done working on this, I might just hook up the old NES PC that we built and give it a test here on stream and see exactly how it's working out. Chats like I want them to. Alright, one last chat. Papa Palp's gone. So, make sure there's that. So, yeah, we'll get a glimpse of how everything works on the streamer side of this. You know what? I'm not afraid to show you guys. There's not much on the Twitch dashboard that'll get you there, per se. And go ahead. There we are. And one last thing. I absolutely adore some of my background music. Alright, so now that I can kind of get an idea, let's go ahead and pull this upper shield off. I know what I'm expecting to find here. Go ahead and take the ink pen and the knife, put it up there. The brushes, well, they have a home. They should be there. And away they go. We'll get back to those on a different adventure on this channel. That's it, Retro Red. Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. What are you hanging out into this evening? I know you were streaming Fallout 4 earlier. And I'm not doing a full dismantle on this thing. I'm only going to remove this upper RF shield at this time. If I need to get into a full dismantle, I will. And you're like, well, you hadn't even put power to it yet. You're right, I haven't. Because I'm wanting to make sure there ain't nothing hiding in this connector before I put a game I know works in there. As we just seen a moment ago. And I want to make sure there ain't nothing hiding in there that'll damage the cartridge or the connector. And this is just rather easy to do. Lift that straight up and out of the way. And we'll set it off to the side, off screen, because we don't need it to be seen. Because this thing is sat in some not so convenient places. And I don't see anything there that it looks like it'll tear anything up. Put that in, give it a spin. That's it. Put it in and give it a spin. Round and round it goes where it stops, only she knows. Alright. Where is my... Oh, there is my copy of Top Gun. That's our test victim this evening, is a copy of Top Gun. That felt kind of little loose. And it looks like, what's Roku doing here? Show me something good. Show me something. That's all I really want. It's for you to show me something. Blinking red light when we lift the cartridge up. That's good. Alright. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. Come on. Give me something on the screen here. Come on. Just something. A little something. A little something. No. Really? Oh, I wonder if this thing's set on channel 4. So we may have a console here that's 4.3. I don't have a set of AV cables. Come on. Come on. Do I get a little bit of life or something here out of it? Got a black screen. Alright. You know what I don't have? There yet, it's what I do have. The worst thing in the world. I'm a model builder. I got sandpaper laying everywhere. Well, it's got just enough of a hinky on it. We're going to unplug power so we don't accidentally short something out. And I think I'm going to spend a moment. I do see a little bit of needs good cleaning. That's what it needs. So I will be right back. How you doing, Alsfa? If I misspelled it, let me know. We'll get it correct eventually. How you doing this evening? We are struggling with the old console here at the moment. But if all goes well, I just scraped that connector, trying to knock some I could see it, green corrosion off of it. So, let's see what we get on the screen up here. Yeah, actually I probably can, depending on what's wrong with it. Your best bet would be reaching out. What I'm gonna do here. Reach out to me on Discord. If StreamerBot's going to actually function this evening, that'd be great. So let me just run this real quick. Nothing wants to work this evening. I should have probably restarted. Too late now. Reach out to me on Discord, and I will, if you don't mind your project appearing on stream, we can make sure that it gets. I work on consoles 1 night a week, 2 nights a week, depending on what's laying here to work on, and I'm not afraid to add stuff that requires soldering to consoles either. So. So what I'm gonna do is I need to run upstairs. I'm gonna get a few Q-tips, and actually I'm gonna see about cutting up a brief piece of cardboard, and I will be right back. No, I'm not answering the phone. Not at all. Not one bit. Where'd my bottle of alcohol go? Don't answer that question. Alright. Bump, 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 bump. Alright, so go ahead and slide the game out. We got some shenanigans we'll use on it if we have to here in a minute. A couple of Q-tips, we'll just tuck the rest up here out of the way. I don't like using a bunch of alcohol on electronics. So what I'm going to do here is, now that I kind of got that wet, none of these pins feel super tight, unfortunately. Which would be better if they did, but they don't. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Alright. Still a black screen. I don't know how much more. You know what? I think I've got another pin. I've got another 72 pin socket here. I'll swap it. I got nothing to lose. So there's only 2 screws on an NES that are different than any other. And they are the 2 silver screws. Just so everybody can see, there is one here and one there. And these, I'm just going to set off to the side. Every other screw in an NES is the exact same, including case screws. You know what? I think my kid even has an NES that was needing fixed. So I might even go get him, tell him to bring me his console. Just so I can, since I'm on a tear with him. Hey, give me that. Slide that out of the way. Alright. So, you know, I should probably unplug it. Take that wire up out of the way. And we'll go ahead and unscrew the screw here on the RF modulator. And that should allow the board to pop out of here and we can swap this 72 pin. And we might have to work on it. You never know. Oh, there's another screw hidden. So I do want to do a clear case on one of these sometime in the future. And then I'm going to do a clear case for a new NES PC build. Because there's going to be another one coming. But there's the Xbox build and an Xbox 360 build that I want to do first. Ah, there we go. Tuck this down out of the way for the moment. Okay. So it hadn't been wet. Overall, fairly clean. Let's pop this 72 pin header off. Oof. Okay. So that's looking rough. Okay. Okay. Is an NTSC board. So the two chips you would reuse out of this are going to be this one right here, that one right there, and then if you wanted the CIC chip, it is this one right here. So there will be an Open Tendo build in the near future once a few things get squared away. Okay, so let's work on this ping. Let's actually... I may just try and... You know what, let's see which one of these feels better with a game. That's one that came out of it. That one just feels good, and you know what, we're gonna try this one. Set these other two off to the side. Well, this one's had pins pulled out on it. So what we're doing here is I'm kind of retensioning some pins. Am I doing it correctly? I don't know. Is it going to work? Maybe. Ace, you still hanging out with us out here in chat? If you are, man, what's going on with that Super Nintendo so I can kind of get an idea of what we might be looking into there, man? Because I definitely, Thanks, Retro Red. I appreciate that vote of confidence on the, not always well, but it can be fixed. You know, well, I guess your car's prime example of that. Because, I've bailed some people out of sticky situations. Look at, yeah, that's the correct term for that. You know what? Let's hide that hair. Nope, I got ads. So what's not triggering in Streamer Bot? Okay, so it's working. I just didn't hear it trigger. Alright. How much more we got on ads here? Alright, ads are gone. But I am not. And retention in pins allows them to make more contact, providing better connections. And make sure all of them are about up to the same degree there. Alright, so got that opened up there. Oh yeah. So now, just kind of as a give that side of it a good scrub. And we'll go ahead and give this board a good scrub, and this rub-a-dub-dub scrub me a scrubbed. Take a Q-tip and kind of get some of that excess off of there. And now yeah, I'll put RF shielding back on this one. That, and here's the great thing. don't need all the fancy stuff. Okay, actually, I am going to set this back in its shell. But if I had a set of button or a power switch and on-off buttons that was not in the... So I know some people are going to go, oh, you didn't do a full thorough cleaning and all that on it. You're right, I didn't. I don't want to go through and spend all the time cleaning on something if it's not going to work. Or if it needs other repairs, or... I'm going to be real. It might almost be better suited as a donor board for a different project. You know, don't invest, if I can give you any, if you're uncertain about it, don't spend a ton of time on it. Figure out what you need to know and then set it aside and wait, or move on to the next project. And, you know. Alright, I don't want auto power off. Well, guys, I think this one's going to get bolted back together to a degree and potentially set aside for future projects. Yeah, future projects. Not entirely certain what's going on with this thing. Did put a new, like I said, this particular console sat for years, including a year in an outdoor storage shed. Man, you know what? We're gonna see if yep, this one. Guys, we might need to press F and chat and pay respects. Yeah, just go ahead and press F and chat, pay respects. I think we have a fallen comrade here. Pretty sure I have a fallen comrade. So, here lies our fallen comrade, the Nintendo Entertainment System. Cause of death, age. Farewell, my old friend. May your parts serve to keep other consoles alive for generations to come. Alright, let's dismantle this bad boy and go ahead and gut it. Since we just did that pin pulling the pins on that pin connector, we're going to slide that bad boy out. And we'll go ahead and then we're going to put it back together. Yeah, I think the RF modulator might be bad in this one. I don't want to spend a ton of money on trying to make it work when I'll just go with like an Open Tendo or something of that nature. I am going to put that tray back in there. And while I'm not putting all the screws, well, actually probably am going to put all the screws back in it because I do want to keep all the parts for this one together outside of the pin. 72 pin, and that's just because I've already and like I say, we're just gonna haphazardly put this one back together. It's not the end of the world. I know there was, oh, that went into the 72 pin. Oh yeah, it ain't going back, so. So what I'll do is any extra parts, such as screws in this case, once everything's reassembled, I'll take 2 screws, put them in a Ziploc bag, and I'll tape them to the inside of the lid of the case. And that's just so they don't get lost. And they're there when I go to put it all back together, or put a different motherboard in this thing, or use it for parts. Everything I started with is still there, outside of one connector. And I don't want to rob perfectly good working consoles to fix non-working consoles, only to have non-working consoles. And I wasn't expecting the first console I plug in this evening to be a fully functioning console right off the rip. You know, things like that just don't normally happen. So I've got 4 screws. See where 2 of them was supposed to go and I missed them. With 2 left over, that makes total sense. Yep, get all these put in place. And then you know what? Pretty sure I've got a magnet, or better yet, that's it. There's those 2 screws that I was going to have left over. And just so we make sure we don't lose them. I like so. And let's put the lid back on this one and write it off for the time being. Like I said, this one was a victim of sorts. It came with 2, needed 1, sold 1, and then it sat for years because honestly forgot I had it. So the next two consoles that I have are viewer donated consoles to the channel. I want to send a special shout out to that viewer. Thank you, Dr. Santa, for the consoles. We will be getting these back to you, hopefully in a functioning order here before too much longer. And we will go from there. I actually kind of think I'm going to change my test game. And notate on the console why it don't function. Well, you know what? We do it a little differently, I guess. Now, I don't just deem consoles dead and throw them away. Not in the least little bit, because that's the wrong way to look at some of this stuff. Because just because it isn't working doesn't mean that it's dead. Things do malfunction and can be repaired. So, actually, I take it back. That was one of the... Alright, here we go. Now, I think this is a working console. I've been in it. Well, let's just be real. Somebody's been here. So, we'll go ahead and slide the lid off of it just because it's not bolted down. I've got everything to make this a fully functioning complete console, so we shall. Press that down. Give me a little power. Give me a little modulation for TV. Power this bad boy on. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Okay. Did my RF cord go bad? Huh. I may have just deemed the console dead that wasn't dead. And put the TV on 4. Hit the reset button. Okay. Let's, okay. So, do I have a set of RCA cables somewhere? I do. I do. Right here. Shocker. See if his TV's got RCA jacks. Legit next step. Okay, not on that side. So, for those watching along on Twitch, if you become a subscriber, not only do you get no ads, you also get to adopt a furball. You get to adopt one of my Wookiees or my Ewoks. You get to name him. We paint his name on the base on stream. We have an absolute riot. Huh. If y'all could only see the faces I'm making, y'all would clip that shit so hard. Okay, maybe. Okay, that's more than I've had out of it yet. Okay. What do we got? Well, I got a blue screen. Alright, so what do we got? So that's what we got on this one in its current state. So I'm going to take these wires, and I honestly am not going to... These wires will actually remain on my desk for future testing. Okay. You know, that makes me feel better about it, that we can probably just get by with. The old aggressive so we know this game was working just a moment ago. Yeah, ignore the props behind the TV. I've got to remount it. But it's probably coming down before much longer anyway. Oh, we got ads. We'll clean the game real quick because I don't think I've cleaned it yet this evening, and it's been a little, well, I don't know how to say this, but it's been in everything and everything is every evening. Take that for what you will. And while that's still just a touch on the damp side, give it old 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, would you look at that? Cleaning it got us somewhere. I think that other console that we just deemed as dead's going to come back from the dead here just for in a moment. Just kind of, we may have sent it off on a eulogy way too soon, because now this is a functioning console. Woohoo! You know, actually, I'm going to get a couple of games out real quick because I got them. Yep. So we got a working console. That's good, right? Yeah, it's awesome. So now we're gonna go through and see if my collection of games works. So I've done something this evening, right? Do appreciate everybody hanging out with me tonight. We're having fun with it. Trying to see how many of these old gaming consoles we can revive. You know, while they're not, let's be real, they're not the hardest thing in the world to get your hands on. They're not getting any easier. So now that I've got my stack of games off to the side, we're going to slide Top Gun out and out of the way. And we're just going to clean each and every one as we go. And my Q-tip still got what I feel is a appropriate amount of cleaner on it. Give this thing a good cleaning. And what do we got? What do we got for Rad Racer? Oh, get the old blue screen. So, okay. You really want to be this way with me? Why you gotta be that way? I mean, it was a $4 copy of Rad Racer picked up from the local secondhand store. I don't know what I expected. A game that functions would have been nice. See anything seriously damaged. So that's good. And we know it's the game at this point. Get this thing nice and slow. Oh yeah. There we go. We got some Rad Racer. Ain't that what the doctor ordered? I feel like that's what the doctor ordered. Yeah, buddy. And it works in the up position. That's awesome. Oops, got to power it off. Always power your console off, don't just remove games. I know there's hacks out there for select games. I ain't even going to try this one dirty. I'm just going to go ahead and clean it right off the rip. You should always clean it before you put it in. Use that advice as you see fit. And I know y'all are just looking at a blank TV screen at the moment. But I promise you won't be looking at it for long. First try. Perfect. Guys, I need to set up another camera here. I can't continue on with the angles that I currently have. I appreciate them and all, but I cannot continue with the angles that I currently have. I need at least a camera on my upper monitor up here, and I have a solution for that. As I have more equipment. And a preview of our last console this evening. Yep, Yahtzee. What's the doctor ordered here? So I'm setting up another camera where I can keep one on the TV. And we're just going to set up a new scene in OBS real quick. Oh, wow. It's nice knowing. Just discovered one of my arms from my tripod is broke. It'll survive tonight, and then from there I'll do something a little differently, I guess. So I truly am setting up another camera here, folks, so everybody can see what's going on. There we go. So now, what I'm going to do is we're going to pull up OBS here. Aha, I know exactly what I need to do with this camera. You don't realize it, but I do occasionally have an idea that works. And what we're going to do, turn it. Alright, so potential technical difficulties inbound. Alright, yep, we're back. Like I predicted, small technical difficulties. So now, it's properties, Mexico, yes. Alright, we'll remove as is from the console rotation here. Somehow or another, things got severely twisted there. But there we go. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna place that right up there. Right like so. Alright, was there any comments, thoughts? Tell me your honest opinions here, because you're not going to hurt my feelings. But I feel more comfortable about that. Two of the old vintage cartridges are working just as they should. Just set that up there, set that right there. Man, the temptation to just go ahead and send it. You know, we know better. This is the 82nd Legion, and the only thing we send is a shot glass when we down it. Yeah, I'm giving all these a cleaning because I ain't been cleaning forever. I honestly believe with NES games that you should just clean them as yep, purple screen. Pull the game back. And what do we got? Okay. We was getting somewhere there. Hey, just need a little bit of massaging of the pins. That's all. Just a little bit of massaging of the pins. Alright, so another game down. I dig it. So I think once I'm able to set up a new studio, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up probably this very TV, considering how well it works for what I'm doing, and the fact that it automatically reduces down to 4:3. I know it's not going to run Duck Hunt like it's supposed to be run, and I'm alright with this. For now. I'm eventually going to build an arcade cabinet, and it's going to have light gun support. Anybody care to guess what's going to get supported in it? That's it. I want Duck Hunt, and I want to blast me. I want to look. I owe that dog an ass whipping. I want a black screen. Squeeze her in there just a little bit. Pull her back. What do we got? Gray screen. I guess it's progress. Push her in. You know what? Give it the old cheap thrill treatment. Sometimes it's cheap. Sometimes, hey, the cheap thrill treatment works. Othello, yeah. Huh. I have successfully broken StreamerBot by streaming to multiple platforms at the same time. There's one for my gurus out there. So I'm technically streaming shorts, normal on YouTube, normal on Twitch, shorts on YouTube. and contemplating Rumble in the future, or even possibly Kick, or both, just because more platforms the better. Okay, well, let's see if this treatment that's worked on 4 or 5 other games this evening is going to work on this one. Fired right off. You know what I miss? The load times. There is non-existent on these games. Alright. I dig it, I dig it, I dig it. Days of Thunder. I'm just going to go straight for the cheap hooker treatment. Actually, to do that, and I'm going to press down on it. Okay. Blue screen. Hey. Voila. Another working NES game. So that's what I was messing with a minute ago. We're going to revisit it. Ah. Alright, we'll clean it. And this game here is quite filthy, to be honest. It looks like it's been around the block. If you know what I mean. I'll see if I can find a reproduction label to go on there and clean it up, refresh it. It's always... Oh, I did... Oh, I actually have a clean copy of Rad Racer. Okay, so this one here is not a... I mean, we care copy, but we don't care. If that makes any sense. I went from working to non-working. Well, it's not perfect. There it is. Sometimes you just gotta get a little finicky with. So I can't wait to get rid of some of these 72-pin connectors with some of the mods that are out there, or even an EverDrive cartridge. You know, put all your games on one and play it from one cartridge. I only recommend doing games you own, but you know, what you do is what you do. Don't let me interfere with you. Alright, cool. So this one works. Let's go ahead and button it up. And call it done. That's what we're going to do. We're going to button it up and we're going to call it done. I'm sliding my copy of Rad Racer out there. I knew I had duplicates of a game. I couldn't remember which game it was. Now I know. Now that I have a functioning that my second monitor is actually a decently functioning TV. The future is very bright for at least some consoles to be played in without emulating everything. Now I emulate stuff just because it's simple and easy. Truth be told, it just makes things a little bit easier. Do I only have 5? No, I got 6. 1, 2. We'll stand that blob of glue up. Run a dub on a bunch of screws here. And this console is primed for 72-pin mod and NES RGB. And I could even see USB-C or something along those lines as well. I think that would be a very cool and appropriate mods. USB-C power mod, you can do it without having to cut the case. I don't know where Mr. Flying Nuisance has come from, but he doesn't realize how close he is to being flying dead. Alright, there's one back together. Alright. Pulling out Mr. As Is. Gonna hook up some AV cables here. Power cord. Flipper open. No free game. You know what? I'm a Rad Racer fan. I'll just go ahead and use this one. This one was a what do we got? Alright, blinking red light. Alright, so let's give her the old sloppy Q-tip. Sorry. Give it the old sloppy Q-tip treatment. This console probably, I don't really know much about it other than it has as is wrote on it. Hey, I got something. Purple screen. What do we got? Purple screen. Slide this thing out. Alright, it's barely making contact. Well, yeah, you know, it was cheap enough, and by cheap enough, I think it was, I've pulled the sticker off of it, but I think it was $10. It was worth that to me for the case, whether it works or not. Because, you know, as somebody who's not afraid to cut on something of this nature, it's worth every bit of it. We buy cheap shit, see if we can fix it. If not, we go on about our day. If so, we got a functioning console. Yes. And, you know, since you asked, we'll see if we can get that ink off there. I'm sure I can with like a Mr. Eraser or something of that. It looks like a little bit of rubbing alcohol is doing the trick. Now I use 91% isopropyl rubbing alcohol, and yeah, I sure can. I see. Yeah, I sure can. SC do. It looks like that ink will, most of it's coming off with just minimal scrubbing here, so. This console, to me, would be a prime candidate for painting at this point. After everything's good, and now I'll dismantle these and clean them up nice. Now, it got ink on some of the stickers, and I'm actually afraid to get. Trying to get into the stickers for fear of damaging them. We'll give this one the old 30-second cleanup. Now I'm just using isopropyl rubbing alcohol on a blue shop towel. Go ahead and turn it off and unplug it here just so I can mess with the console a little bit easier for a moment. the layers of grime that are coming off of this thing end up being about as clean as I expected out of the console, to be honest. I can see through the dirt and don't look like it's terribly yellowed. Yeah, and like I said, I'm not doing a, oh yes, yeah baby, that's what I'm talking about. Super, super happy that that did what I wanted it to do right there. And it pulled all that weird blue transfer off of it. So this console, man, it's huge. I don't know if that's, I'm okay with this. I am 100% okay with this. Thanks for stopping by, hanging out with us this evening. We're just doing a quickie cleanup here on one. Not trying to make it look like new, but just trying to get a majority of the stuff that yeah. So now we be super careful on these stickers, I guess. Actually, I'm just not gonna worry about the ink on the stickers and just worry about all the ink around them. Yes. Just careful rubbing. Oh man, I think I'm saving this thing, man. Think there's, I think, man, this is oh yes. It's not perfect by any means, but it's better than it was by a mile. And I'm not putting any pressure, I'm just kind of letting a little bit of natural weight. I understand it was as is, but damn, you got to deface something to that level. Yep. You know, for now, almost really can't complain because I've gotten most of it off with just a little rubbing. That thing's actually going to clean up quite nice. So just a touch more scrubbing on that top panel and it'll look like brand new. Honestly, I'm gonna dismantle this particular console will get dismantled, and it might be a candidate for a paint job. It very well may be a candidate for a paint job. So let's go back and revisit one that I deemed dead earlier that probably shouldn't have. So I'm going to take a 72 pin that's sitting here. So the orange mat was from Hobby Lobby and is actually worth every bit of the $10 it was at the time of purchase. Not sponsored. Paid for with my own wallet. Aha, yes. Slide that out of the way. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Awesome. So when I put this one back together earlier, I knew I was taking it, or knew that it was going to come back apart. Just didn't realize it was coming back apart this evening, because we're going to try something. I think we may have had a bad game, and this thing may not be dead just yet. We're going to double check and make sure. You know, it don't take much to ensure that it's not dead, or that it's dead at this point. Put 72 pin back in it, and don't forget the 2 silver screws are special. They're not special, but they're just special. And slide this 72 pin on. Drop this thing back in place. There we go. And we're just going to go ahead and put everything together on this one bad boy for once and for all. I had worked on this particular 72 pin connector. It had one in it that felt really weak. I do want one of those nice fancy screwdrivers, but for now it's not on the I can afford it budget list. So when you're putting this thing back together, you're going to put 2 gold screws in the front And there's a little lip on the bottom of the disc tray. I didn't show it to you guys, but it hooks on to the front of the board. And then the next two screws that go in are the silver screws, and they go in, I'm gonna zoom in for you guys. They go in that screw hole there. There'll be a gold screw that goes in there. And we'll repeat this process on the other side. Now that we've got the silver screws in place, go ahead and cinch them down because they connect everything to the chassis, which is the gray plastic shell here. No, you don't exactly get the best view when it's my hand in the way. And these two gold screws just thread into the 72 pin, kind of as an insurance policy to keep it from running away. Now, I'm not going to put it any further together at this point. We're going to put power to it. We're going to put AV cables to it. And did I take my copy of I didn't. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Hey, got a blinking red light here. That means something at this point. Did I go 5 for 5 on consoles this evening? Because that would be amazing if I deemed this one dead to start the night, and it works. It works. Holy moly, I went 4 for 4 on working NES consoles this evening. Persistence pays off. Persistence pays off. Never give up, never surrender. Never give up, never surrender. That's absolutely amazing that everything I worked on worked at the end of the evening. We're going to celebrate that by doing some speed running. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to fire up some Cruising USA here in a minute. We're going to make it pass across the country, and then we're going to call it an evening, I believe. Been at this just a little bit. Aww. Yes. That makes me happy. Do 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 do. Yep, 2 screws left to go. Should be 3. Yeah, I got one out of place on my tray here. So this mat comes with convenient little storage places. So you can this mat's got storage places up the side of it here. And as you go, this one got a magnet, that one's got a magnet in it. So your screws don't roam away. But what I do to kind of track screws, especially on NES, is kind of an exception here. Well, not really an exception. It's a good thing. But these are case screws, internal screws, specialty screws. So I'm tracking stuff. But you work on enough of these things, you can almost do them in the dark. You can almost build them in the dark anyhow. So I said this thing was going to be a good donor. I don't know that it's a donor for anything at this point, outside of a better shell, because this one's got some damage on the side of it over here. I'm not sure how it acquired it over the years. It's like anything, it can and will happen. And just like that, it is done. So now we're going to tuck some wires down and out of the way. Didn't like the fact that those got hung earlier. I'm trying to pull stuff out. And let's send those down because those are all power. And I kind of want them away from other stuff. Just like so. Man. Or so who's hanging out with me out there in chat? Do you want to see the custom NES that I've built? Do you? Let me know if you let me know if you want to see the other one. My backup PC slash custom NES. It has a fully functioning PC inside it. I've streamed off of it and will probably stream off of it again this week. Man, I got a couple hairs that are just driving me absolutely bonkers right now. Almost makes me want to get a haircut. Keyword on almost. Do 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 do. Do-do. Start in the center, work your way out. Middle back. Snug and bump. Middle front. Left front. Rear. Oh, we got ads here in just a moment. just like that, it's done. You know what, I'm curious. I'm curious to just see how bad this console really is. I mean, it's sat in some really bad conditions. Oof. Yeah. How do we paint it? How do we paint this bad boy? Chat, how do we paint it? Yep. Alright, since I'm done with console testing for the evening, I'll turn that one back off. I swear I'm not a raging alcoholic. I just keep a shot glass on the side of my desk because I had it used. I was using it the other night. Okay. Yep. So this console is pretty rough. It's got damage over here. I might try to get some heat out after that and push it back in place. We'll do that with it. I'll empty the shell one more time and do it that way. And this is console number 26,081,094. You know what? Let's just kind of see where the console serial numbers on these range from. That one was 26 million. And this was the console I started out the evening on. And 3,882,307. So it's a fairly early model. You know, first 4 million. Early model. Alright, so what was this one? Even earlier, 3,197,451. And our last one was 12,497,746. Some nice wide variety of console ages there. So I'm happy with the overall results for the evening on all that. So, for my last trick, alright, I think it's one trip across country this evening to wrap this up. That's what I'm feeling like anyway. So, there we go. Sorry, I gotta fix something here for my shorts followers. There we are. I just wanted to move that, yeah, that. Bring it to about right there. And now we're good.
Choose your car.
You know I'm gonna be that guy, and I'm gonna say that I prefer to take mine out of the middle. Not a clean run on this place for me by any means. But if we don't get involved in any more wrecks, we will restart. Another crash and it's a reset. Make more splits here because they're with the whole lot faster car on this version. And I have to reset my leaderboards. Involved in a wreck there? Involved in the wrong move? Maybe?
Damn it! Ready? Set? Go!
Leap up top of the hill? Yes. Perfect.
Check it out, San Francisco.
San Francisco, stay in your lane. Set the pass.
Whoa!
Keep your steering wheel straight going over jumps. Unless you're playing Cruising World or any of the other later cruising variants. Wow. Out of nowhere, you just launch me completely across one side to the other. That hurt.
Ooh! 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 Yeah!
Alright, Harvey Wallbanger.
Red coin!
I might put a molly hatchet flirt with disaster. Oh wow. Is it smart? No, that's the most three. Two was bad enough.
Red coin!
Not my cleanest San Francisco run by any means. Just seeing what I get going across the country. Just planned done kind of not. I'm gonna spend all evening on this. I'll probably feel alright about it.
Damn it!
Yay.
Welcome to the Hall of Fame.
Turbo Tony. Or Top 10 Tony back on the top 10 board. Checking in at number 9 this evening. TPA.
Ready? Set? Go!
Alright. Where Ugh. But
Dig it. Welcome to the Hall of Fame.
Top 10 Tony checking in for the 134.30. Putting him number 4 on the board. Wow. Wow. Alright, let's go clip that real quick. Man. Never mind, it's not gonna let me get what I want right there. Can I put a mark here? Back to the game.
Ready? Set. Go. Oh wow. Ready?
We get. Oh. Oh, really? You're a bot. Yeah. Enjoy your band. Goodbye.
Dig it.
gets me there. It's everywhere.
Dig it. Welcome to the Hall of Fame.
Top 10 time checking in. Yet again. Bottom of the board, number 9. Top 10 time. Alright. Like deep edge.
Ready, set, go.
Picking up learning a couple pieces of game dev software. One of my future endeavors is a cruiser SA style game, but we're going coast to coast. Circa Cannonball Run or 2904 esque. You're lucky hanging out around my equipment or you'd be dead. Dead like it's all my stuff. Good news is he didn't swerve. He zigged when I needed to zag. Maybe he needed this nice one. Got better on the old run drivers this evening. Oh yeah. You know, that's better on the LA freeway. Thank goodness do that.
Dig it. Welcome to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. So I get one more track and then we pause for ads.
Ready,
Death
set,
Valley.
go. Whoa, Death Valley.
Death Valley, I treat it very similar to San Francisco. You stay in your lane unless you pass it. Run out of room real quick. Give yourself a second or two really easy. If you're looking slow down there, those cars are side by side. You just about know where to go. Sometimes I'll hang on the yellow line. Woohoo! Oh. Quick. Get yourself under control here. It's a good run. Throw it away now. Yeah, throw it away, but throwing it away that side again. Be 7 seconds behind. So it can be made up, but I don't remember what that one was. For me to look at. Yeah, there we go. There's your probably tree. Push you there. Yep. Alright, we got ads.
Dig it. Welcome to the Hall of Fame.
Where we at? Top 10, Tony. Top 10, Tony. Checking in number 4. If we hadn't got involved in that one line or fender bender, we'd been probably a little bit better on that run. I mean, my best is 3360. 35.
Ready?
Nope. I forgot we're pausing for ads here. As they're coming up. And while we're paused for ads, I'm gonna check something. Alright. Man, it took these ads are forever.
Ready? Set? Go! Welcome to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, we'll
is the Grand Canyon. Checkpoint.
So far, it's a fairly clean run. Damn turnaround twice. Okay. They're out there may do it on this run. One more rack and continue.
Checkpoint.
Yep. That's it. And alright, let's go raid somebody. Who are we raiding this evening? So I'm gonna go raid. I am Mr. Loki. He's currently working on some Gundam stuff.